Okay, Assalamualaikum. So today we continue the repetition part. In our previous lecture, I have introduced you to while block and count block. Okay, so you can apply repetition in your coding by using count block and while block. Okay, so this is another option for you to apply repetition in your coding. You can use for each in. Okay, so at the bottom of your Alice window, you can find for each in block, and you drag into your workspace as usual. Okay, so let's look at what is the function of for each in block. Okay, in Alice, for each in is required array to repeat statements. Okay, so for each in ni dia memerlukan array untuk perform repetition. So it will repeat based on number of elements in the array. So dia akan repeat berapa kali statement tu berapa kali berdasarkan jumlah elements yang you define for that array. Okay, so let's look at what is array. So I'm sure you have learned this in another subject. Okay, but never mind. So an array is a series or list of variables in computer memory. So they have the same name and data type but are differentiated with special numbers called subscripts. Okay, a subscript, also called an index, is a number that indicates the position of a particular item within an array. Okay, so array tu adalah susunan variable dalam komputer memory. Okay, senarai variable dalam komputer memory. So contoh kalau you declare satu tu sebagai whole number, okay, array tu sebagai whole number, so all the item in that array will be whole number. Okay, so nama ni akan samalah. Kalau array name tu adalah num, so dia akan ada num and then subscript ataupun kita panggil juga index. Okay, depends how many index you want. Okay, I mean how many elements you want for your array. Okay, so you akan ada index. Okay, so let's say you want to have 5 items in your array, you will have 0 to 4. Dia akan bermula dengan 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Index tu akan ataupun subscript tu akan bermula dengan 0. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so value 1 will be assigned to num0, value 2 will be assigned to num2 and so on. Okay, so ni kita panggil array index, dan apa yang tersimpan tu, data yang tersimpan adalah array value. Okay, so next, okay, let's say in this example we have 5 elements, so n equal to 5. Okay, macam saya kata tadi lah, just we start with 0 up to 4. So the first element is the 0th element. If you declare an array of n elements, the last one is number n minus 1. Maksudnya kalau you kata you ada 5 items, 5 items in your array, so it will start with 0 to 4 only. Okay, if you try to access element number n, maksudnya kalau you nak cuba assign satu value kepada num5, okay, so tak wujud, it does not exist, so it will give you an error in your coding. Okay, how to use array for each in block. So creating an array using variable block. Before that, you have to create the array. Okay, create the variable as usual. Okay, you define the variable. Okay, the type of the variable, whole number. Okay, so you can tick here. Okay, tick here, check the array. So meaning that your variable created for you is now an array. So kalau you tengok, automatically it will have the this one, the square bracket. Okay, then you give name. Okay, counting. Okay, counting is the name of your array, and then you put it as variable, and then this one you initialize the value for each array item. Okay, you assign 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then now you have array name counting with 5 elements. You will see when you initialize all the elements, we'll have this one initializer. Then just click OK. Okay, next for each in, the instruction is similar to count instruction, counter loop. So dia sama. How it will the function of for each in is similar to count. Sama macam you guna count. Okay. So let's say you do this in your Alice, whole number counting. Okay, you drag the for each this one you assign. Okay. Array name counting with this initialize value, and then you drag for each in block. Okay, then whole number equal to jump in counting. Okay, then you put this statement, this bunny move up 0.5, this bunny move down 0.5, and then loop. Okay, this one is already in the for each in block. So what happened now? You want the bunny to jump. Okay, that's why you have move up and move down here. Okay, you just give name jump. Okay. Okay. So if you run, you will see the bunny jump 5 times. Okay. Okay, sebab apa dia akan run? Dia akan repeat instruction jump ni. Okay, jump ni you bagi nama lah. Okay, jump ni. Okay. And then dia akan jump 5 kali. Okay, 5 kali tu maksudnya dia tidak bergantung kepada nilai setiap elemen tu. Okay, tapi dia bergantung kepada how many items you have in your array. Macam ni, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 elements in the list, bukan value elements tu. Okay, so you jangan confuse kat situ. Okay, let's see how to use for each in your list. Okay, saya dah buat sebenarnya. Okay, never mind. I'll do it again. Okay, you drag from the bottom of your Alice window, drag for each in. Okay, then item type whole number. Okay, sebab kita nak buat repetition berapa kali, so whole number. So item name, so you nak buat jump, right? Jump. Okay, you letak nama jump. Okay, then okay, array yang kita dah ada tadi, counting. Okay, sebab for each ini memang dia akan work with array. So that's why dia dah detect array kat sini. So maksudnya array mana-mana yang you dah ada, dia akan detect lah. So counting. Okay, yang ni jump sebab saya dah buat tadi. So kalau you nak buat run, for example, you buatlah run. Okay, then you drop the statement here. Okay. Okay, so you can try that one on your own. Okay, next let's look at another part of repetition. Okay, so we have another term which is nested loop. Okay, kalau sebelum ni kita ada nested if kan. So sama je konsep dia. Nested loop ni maksudnya loop di dalam loop. Okay, so program logic gets more complicated when you must use loop within loops. Ataupun dikenali sebagai nested loop. So when one loop appears inside another, the loop that contains the other loop is called the outer loop, and the loop that is contained is called the inner loop. Okay, maksudnya kalau ada loop dalam loop, itu adalah nested loop. Loop yang ada loop lain di dalamnya, itu kita panggil outer loop. Maksudnya kalau loop tu berada dalam loop lain, kita panggil dia sebagai inner loop. So you need to create nested loops when the values of 2 or more variables repeat to produce every combination of values. Okay, so let's look at the flowchart for nested loop. Kita tengok dulu. So, okay, this is a flowchart for nested loop. Initial value for outer loop. Okay, we check the condition. If it is true, then we go for inner loop. Okay, then this is the we use the initial value for inner loop. Check the condition for inner loop. If it is true, we execute the statements in inner loop. Okay, then finally, after a few repetition maybe, we found the statement that make the inner loop stop. Okay, then when we check the condition, it is false, then we go back to the outer loop. Okay, maksudnya kita akan masuk ke dalam outer loop dulu. Masuk ke dalam outer loop. Kemudian check, kita akan gunakan initial value untuk inner loop. Kemudian check condition untuk inner loop tu. Kalau true, kita akan buat beberapa statement sampailah kita jumpa statement yang akan memberhentikan inner loop tu. Dan bila kita check condition, of course dia akan jadi false. Dan kita akan keluar daripada inner loop. Kita akan pergi semula ke outer loop. Outer loop kita check condition. Kalau masih lagi true, kita akan masuk semula ke inner loop. Start balik dengan initial value inner loop tadi. Okay, kalau value dia kosong, start balik kosong, increase sampailah kita jumpa satu statement yang stopkan inner loop tu dan kita keluar semula ke outer loop. Check lagi condition dalam outer loop. Okay, kalau condition di outer loop tu dah false, barulah kita exit from both of the loop. Okay. Okay. So these are the variations of nested loop. Sama ada count di dalam count, while di dalam while, okay, ataupun count di dalam while di dalam count. Okay. Okay, next is infinite loop. Okay, what is infinite loop? Infinite loop is a non-stop loop. Maksudnya loop tu tidak akan berhenti sampai bila-bila. Okay. It repeats itself repeatedly with no end. Okay. Test yourself. Let's look at this example. Why the loop is never stop. Okay. Okay, so kita tengok kenapa dikatakan loop ni tidak akan berhenti selama-lamanya. Okay, so do in order. Count equal to 0, number equal to 7. Okay, so kita assign value kosong pada count dan kita assign value 7 to number. Okay, loop number less than 100. Okay, number tadi 7. 7, okay, less than 100. So true. Kita akan masuk dalam loop ni. So count equal to count plus 1. Kita assign nilai baru pada count. Okay, count yang asal 0 tambah 0 plus 1. Okay, so nilai count yang baru ialah 1. Dan kita repeat lagi. Okay, kenapa dia kata never stop? Okay, kalau you tengok kat sini, apa yang berubahnya adalah nilai count. Okay, bila kita repeat berapa kali pun, nilai count sahaja yang akan bertambah. Okay, sedangkan kita punya loop bergantung kepada nilai number, which is always 7. 7 is always less than or equal to 100. So, dia akan sentiasa looping. Okay, so coding ni akan jadi infinite loop. Okay. So by that, so we finish our lecture part for repetition.